They're going to try a surprising move. Excellent field position. With Hurts. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted.
And my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there.
And he's going to get this one down inside the 15.
Am I going?
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Well, that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
So what?
From the gun, it's Hurts. Jacksonville's pass defense.
Down, they actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Got to.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that's going to be caught from Browns. Touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Browns have taken the early lead.
The kicker on for the extra point.
Y'all watching this?
Big risk right there. Going for it on 4th down, but hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that. They got in the
Try it again. You gotta leave it and come back.
You're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a 1st down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
Taken from about the 12.
Woo!
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball. I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game. It's certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The Browns drive about to get started. juke into space. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. He got 29 yards that time. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes. But receivers love it even more. Ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. He's going deep for Brown. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They go play action with Hurts. Flushed out right. Back to Brown, this time complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Throwing is Hurts. Letting one go deep for the end zone. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
They'll run it with Jones. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's Hurts to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the... Hurts sets up to throw it. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. They're going on 4th down with Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Hurts. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Aaron Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. So now the Browns, they're going to line up and go for 2. Hurts will throw. That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14-0. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And this is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34.
Intercepted. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
It's getting
So
ugly.
they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
14-0.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to fire one deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. Not much there, only a yard.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Flush to his right. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Leonard.
Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
The stop made by Myles Garrett. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 35-yard line.
A shotgun give to Fournette. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. Well, you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's got some space here. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
1st and 10.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Wow, from 19 yards away. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
The kicker on.
Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove, they're clicking on all cylinders.
I mean, some games I'll be killing them hoes, but some games, man.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10.